Hello, today I would like to show you a mini album that I created for my friend. We decided to do a mini album swap, so here's what I came up with. For the binding I used the tutorial from Kelly and I will post the link below so you can see it. It's made from envelopes and from Prima paper pad called Thyme. So all the papers you will see except this one, the brown one that I use for binding, are from that paper pad. So now to the cover. On the cover I use this big flower that I made myself. I made it using the Thyme Tetra Florals die. It's made from white cardstock which I inked with Thyme Antique Line and Distress ink and stamp over with Stampability's Faded Text background stamp. And for the center I used some pearl from my stash. This beautiful lace is from the Paper Studio. The bead strings are from Raya, I think, and the butterfly is from my stash. Girl Time is spelled with stickers from Making Memories. I also used some border punch to create this border, and I used this border punch here. Then again here's the back, and here I also just used some lace. I kept the back of the album pretty simple because I didn't want to add too many flowers or other embellishments. I think it looks okay just the way it is. So now to the first page. Here's the first page of the mini album. I kept it pretty simple because I didn't want to cover the papers. I think they're really beautiful. So I just added some lace from my stash. And on the lace I glued some roses from La Cara. They came packed like this. This flower is from my stash and I've had it for like forever, so I have no idea where it's from, sorry. The pearls I used here are from, I think they are from Folia. This can be pulled out, and on the back I stamped with some recollection stamps, and I also used some my border punch to create these decorative corners. Here's the first pocket. I kept the text in the pocket very simple. Actually I just the first page with the picture, I just left it as it is because I think the papers are just too pretty to cover, and I just inked the edges a little bit. And on the back I just stamped with Viva Decor stamp, and I used some ribbon from my stash. And all the eyelets I used on these tags are from Rico Design, and they are shaped like flower. I hope you can see this. They're really pretty. So here's another page. Here I created the pocket for the photo, and I decorated it with some more La Cara flowers and some butterflies that are from Crafts. Here's the packaging, well, the top of it, so you can see this from this pack. The lace is again from the Paper Studio, and I used the Spellbinder's dies to get this shape. Here's another pocket, again eyelets from Rico Design, and another blank page, and here I just stamped with Viva Decor stamps, and I used some ribbon from my stash. On this page I created a pocket in which I added two tags. These dotty ribbons are from Crafty ribbons, and I think they are from their baby collection, and they're really pretty. The tags again are really simple, just ink the edges and use my corner punch on them. And on the back I stamped with, this is a Viva Decor stamp, and here I stamped with Craft stamp. This lace is from the paper studio as well, and these flowers have been in my stash for a long time, so I have no idea where they are from. And the same goes for the crochet flowers. Here I created a pocket of some sort that you just untie, and you just untie the ribbon and you can flap this up. This paper is also from Prima, and this zigzag ribbon is from Crafty ribbons. This piece of paper is from the same Prima pad as well, and on the back I stamped with Faded Text background stamp from Stampabilities. And these stamps are from Recollection. The gems are from La Cara, if I'm not mistaken, and the flower is made with Marianne design die, and the pearl I used in the center is from my stash. Another tag, here I stamped with Craft stamp on the back. Here I created a flap, so this actually opens up and you get a page like this. You get extra space for photos or journaling or whatever. This corner is actually a Spellbinder's die, and I used some Viva Decor pearl pen to create these dots. Here this ribbon is from Crafty Ribbons and it's called French Roses, I think. You can slide photo under it. I created this flower myself using gold mesh, piece of white fabric and some ribbon from Crafty Ribbons, and then I also used a button from my stash. This has a tag inside. I decorated this tag with tiny butterflies and flowers that I made with my craft punch, and on the back I stamped with Viva Decor stamp. Here's another page with flowers I made myself. These are the ones I made, and this one is bought. These were made with some leftover pieces of fabric that I had in my stash for quite a while, but I thought it was really pretty, so I saved it. And for the centers I used some more La Cara flowers, and I also used some Ryer bead strings on the back. Then here's the lace from my stash, and as I said, this is another crochet flowers that I've had in my stash for like forever. These tiny tags are from Prima as well. Another tag with stamps in the back. On this I stamped with Close to My Heart stamp and Viva Decor stamp. Here I created a pocket in which I added two small tags. This is the bigger one. Again, I just inked the edges, added 3 crystals from La Cara, I think, used some corner punches, and in the back I stamped with graphic 45 vintage lady stamp and stamp from Recollections. And on the small one I just stamped with some Recollection stamps. These flowers are all from my stash and no idea where they came from. Same goes for the lace. I won this as a part of one candy on the blog, so sorry, no idea of the brand. These are from the same Prima paper pad, and I think they are so cute, and you can just use them for journaling or something. These flowers are from the same pack as the butterflies, and they are from the from the craft. I made this flower myself using the Tim Holtz Setter Florals die. The big one is made with white cardstock, which I inked with Spoon Sugar Distressing by Tim Holtz, and this one is made from scraps from this Prima paper pad, and on both flowers I just used some diamond stickles. The lace is from my stash, and so is the doily. These gems are from La Cara. This fancy tag is a die from Spellbinders, and I also used it on top. I don't have a distresser tool, so I just use my scissors to create sort of a vintage, grungy, whatever you want to call this edges. And this butterfly is Spellbinders die as well, and again I also used some glitters from glitter glue, sorry. Another simple tag with Close to My Heart and stamp and Viva Decor stamp and some ribbon from my stash. Here's another flap page, the same one as before. You open up like it opens up like this, and here I use some pearls. This ribbon is from Crafty Ribbons, and I also use some border punch. See those tiny butterflies? They are actually leftovers from when you punch, and I use them to create this sort of a border, or you want whatever you want to call it. Here is another tag. I used some more flowers from my stash and more of the Dotty Crafty Ribbons ribbon. Here I stamped with Close to My Heart and some Kaiser Craft stamp. Here I created the page using the doily as a center, and inside I made a circle using the Spellbinders die. Around the doily or the circle I used some La Cara flowers and this tiny tags for Prima. Again, some more butterflies from Crafts. And that's it about this side, this page. Another simple tag with just some more stamps from Close to My Heart stamp set. I think they are all from the Find Your Style set. On this page I created two pockets and decorated it with some flowers. This one I bought in the dollar store of some sort, and I got 4 of them for $1, and I think they are pretty cute. And these ones are from Knorr Prandtl, if I'm not mistaken. Again, another butterfly that I made with Spellbinders die, and this lace is from my stash. Another tiny pocket with some stamps from Graphic 45 and Recollections. And here's another pocket. This ribbon is from Crafty Ribbons, and this flower is from my stash. It has a tiny tag inside. Here I used Graphic 45 stamp to decorate the back. And this is the last page in the album. Here I used string of beads from Crafty Ribbons and some cherry blossom flowers. I think they are from Mulberry Crafts, but I'm not sure. And here's another glass tag. Again, this is Close to My Heart stamp, and this is a Viva Decor stamp. So that's it. I hope you like my mini. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask. Feel free to comment. Thanks for watching.